When I moved in this house, the pool tiles were covered in all this ugly, chalky, white calcium scale, and I spent a couple years doing all kinds of research for various ways to remove it, and none of those were anything that I really wanted to invest my time doing, so I had an idea to experiment with a couple products. I did one experiment with WD-40 and the other experiment with petroleum jelly. What I'm hoping for is just a quick fix that gets rid of most of that white, chalky film everywhere. And the WD-40 is doing exactly that. It's just wipe on and instantly gets rid of that chalky film. So if you just have like a film of scale over, like just like you would get on a shower door, this works. And that's what made me come up with this idea, because I do use WD-40 on the inside of my shower doors and it works perfectly. It's possible if this were sprayed directly onto the tile, it might have a better result, but I don't want to risk any WD-40 dripping into the pool, so this is the most careful way I could come up with applying it. So as far as instant results of getting the film to disappear, I'm completely happy with the way WD-40 works. However, I just don't think it lasts as long as I'd like. I know in the shower I need to do it probably sometimes twice a month. It just really varies for some reason, but I know we have really hard water and I just feel like that contributes to the issues, and I don't know if the temperature of the water we use or any soaps that we use makes it worse or better, but the fact that it is in my shower and it is on my pool, it's just a problem that we deal with regularly. So this is how that podium came out with just the WD-40. And on another podium, I'm gonna use the petroleum jelly, just so I can have a good comparison of how each looks a month from now, and 6 months from now, and a year from now, and so on. Since the petroleum jelly is really gooey, I decided to just put this on using my fingertips and not bother with any type of rag. I literally just scoop it right out of the jar and smear it right in place where I want it. And it does basically the same thing that the WD-40 does. It doesn't necessarily remove any big chunks of calcium buildup, but it makes the white film or the chalky look of calcium buildup disappear. One thing I can say right off the bat is I'm definitely more fond of using the petroleum jelly instead of the WD-40. For one, it is cheaper than WD-40, and so far it's much easier to apply. Especially considering this is going on a vertical surface, not having to have any extra materials to apply this just makes things a lot easier to do. And here's the results of this podium using petroleum jelly. Since petroleum jelly was the easier product to work with, that's what I decided to use on the next area, which is the whole back wall of our pool. The back wall of the pool seems to have a lot more calcium buildup wherever the waterfalls were. I'm guessing because maybe water would drip there longer and just have more time to build up. I'm not sure, but there is some buildup that I'm probably gonna have to chisel off at a later date. And that's really just mainly in the grout area. That's where the most buildup accumulated. Overall, I am really satisfied with the results that the petroleum jelly gives me, because it is instant and it's very little effort. And if you look at the before and after, there's really no question about it. There is an improvement there. So I did all this to my pool tiles about a year ago. So in my next video, I'm going to be showing how everything looks a year later. Some other things that I want to point out that I did in this video is I was sure not to do the tile that's at the water line because I really wasn't sure how well it would stay in place over hot summer months since it's on a vertical surface. And I was also really careful not to let either product fall into the pool while I did it. If you've experimented with something different for this type of situation, feel free to leave it in the comment section below.